To all of you, and we really appreciate the support that we have today. I'd like to call on my friend Wayne Chief Mooney has to say a few words.
That came to support our efforts here to fight for human rights. I do believe that those are the most essential for our survival, and that I just wanted to thank the International Forum on Globalization for being here, and I do wish that we'll be successful in our efforts. Thanks.
Thank you. I'd like to present Steve Kretzmann of Oil Change International to make a statement.
Hi everybody. My name is Steve Kretzmann. I'm the Executive Director of Oil Change International. We're an organization that campaigns for a separation of oil and state here and around the world. And today we want to talk a little bit about what is happening in Canada right at this very moment in British Columbia. In an area that is sacred to the Tl'ast'en people, the sacred headwaters of British Columbia, right now a blockade is going on made up of First Nations people and their supporters, stopping Shell, the multinational oil company, from coming in and conducting coal bed methane drilling in the sacred headwaters area. Shell tomorrow is set to go in with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and break this blockade down and break through this brave group of people who are trying just to defend their lands, who are trying to exercise their rights to their native homelands, and they must be told to stop. The British Columbia government, the Canadian government needs to hear that no small amount of additional energy is worth despoiling this sacred area, sacred to many tribes in the British Columbia area, and also the spawning ground of 3 different runs of salmon. This is a very critical area, and it's a prime example of why globally we need the UN Declaration on Indigenous Rights. We need to stop having to fight these battles one by one. For the last 20 years, we've been trying to put in place protections for Indigenous peoples so that we can stop having to go piece by piece by piece to fight each one of these battles. For once, we need to enshrine this into international law, make it clear Indigenous people have rights, their rights must be respected, they are human rights. Support the Declaration today. Thank you very much.
From Assembly of First Nations and I are going to head around to the side of the building and go up and deliver our statements to the ambassador. So maybe we'll just walk around, we'll all go to the front door, and send us off, and then you guys will head towards the embassy.
And then after the security officer, because he didn't identify himself, and I told him what we wanted to do. He went back inside to check with his supervisor. He came out a few minutes later and said there wasn't anybody who could meet with us. The ambassador wasn't here. There was nobody with any political authority to come and meet with us. He didn't know who that person was, and he wasn't charged with being able to, what he said, canvass the office and find somebody to go down and meet with us. So we went back and forth a little bit. I didn't see any option for anybody coming down. So what we can do now is, we can very peacefully go up.
So we'd like to get a delegation together to go up and present the giant letter that we have here, as well as a smaller copy that Rainey has, and all the signatures from the petition from Amnesty Canada. that they collected 22,000 signatures from around the world in support of the Declaration of Indigenous Rights. Thank you, Amnesty, for all that hard work. So basically, we want to send some representatives of non-Canadian NGOs to show our support, and also some of the Canadian representatives. So Craig, perhaps Chief Ed John, Steve, could you go up since you have things to say about Canada?
Yes.
Will you accompany us upstairs to deliver the letter to the investor?
Bust it out. Yep.
No, ain't nobody got to get busted. I'm great with everything that. This isn't my point. They were willing to come down, but we wanted to go ahead. One question. Would you like to go? Who looks the least harmless to you? Would you like to go? Sure.
Yeah. And there's some total 22,000 signatures or something like that. Okay. We're just going to bring that up to you.
And this larger declaration.
We have one other letter here too. All right. Organization. And what we did is we brought a lot of the non-Indigenous organizations who are supporting Indigenous organizations.
Gentlemen, this is not allowed in my lobby. There are no cameras allowed in the lobby.
Let's speak with Chief Doc.
Walking over to New Zealand's mission, and we'll meet the others there.